What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the Morr-isMoore podcast. I'm your host, Shaq Morris.
I'm your host, Morr-isMoore.
Hey, man, we happy to have y'all here. Just to let you guys know, if you didn't make it to the end of episode 3, this is episode 4. You should go back and watch it, first off.
That's right.
But we have a little competition going on. We're looking for 10,000 subscribers and likes, and that'll automatically get you entered. Go ahead and smash it now if you haven't. Go back to episode 3. Enter on episode 3 in the comments. Done. As soon as you subscribe and comment, you're entered. And like. Sorry. You get me right?
You're good.
So what we giving away, Race?
Tapestry.
Mm-hmm.
Hat that's not here right now. And hoodie that I'm wearing.
Yep.
3 people.
Any color you want except the tapestry.
Exactly.
And we signing it as well.
And so everybody gets one of those 3 items. What we're gonna do essentially is, if you do it, I'll let you choose between the 3 of them. We can give out 3 hats, 3 hoodies, 3 tapestries, 2 hats, a tapestry, whatever it is. We can do whatever you guys prefer.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, man, we do this for y'all. Y'all keep us going strong. Appreciate you being here. And so.
Side note too, we should have some more stuff up online by the time that happens. So if there's something else you want, we'll still end up contacting you. You can decide from there. So,
and as well, something that we've been working on special for you guys is you got episode 4, then we're gonna do 5, which is gonna be super, super intense. Episode 5.
We've been building up to 5.
We've been doing this research for a long time now.
Mm-hmm. Almost how our friendship started.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. This is how Morr-isMoore started. Almost.
Yeah, that was gonna be a milestone.
Took you a long time to actually engage.
Guys, the video is 5 hours.
Okay,
it's worth the 5 hours, but it was 5 hours. Okay,
and
so forgive me.
We're gonna shorten that and then give it to the people and see what y'all think about it. But it's some pretty compelling stuff in there.
100%.
But after episode 5, we have guests that we're going to start putting on this show. Don't want to spoil the first guest yet.
We did talk about him.
Yeah, we've talked about him multiple times.
So have you seen another episode? Probably episode 1?
Yeah, he was supposed to come today, test some mics and stuff, but
didn't happen.
He got busy, but
life's life.
He'll be here for the next episode for sure, for episode 6.
Yeah, episode 6.
And, man, I can't stop thinking about the super special guest I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Not Harrison Ford, but
yeah. Episode 6 guests, every guest we have is going to be special.
Yeah.
But this is just one that kind of, we met this guy recently, kind of blew our minds wide open. So we're just excited to talk about him,
and he
too.
said that verbatim in his words, when he comes on our podcast, he's going to open everybody's mind up. So, be ready for that. I know I'm ready for that.
Serious.
I mean, this dude he's probably in his 60s, right?
Yeah, 50s, 60s.
Early 60s, late 50s. And he's been through some stuff that you need to know. But, now, let's get to the subjects. First off, last episode we kind of went pretty in depth on, you were giving me questions and stuff like that. So now I want to give you some questions.
Okay.
You cool with that?
I'm down for that.
All right. Race.
Hit me.
So, you say you don't believe in God. Yet scientist Sir Roger Penrose calculated the likelihood of the universe having this precise design and calculations. He came up with it would be 10 billion to the 123rd power. A number like that we can't even comprehend, people. So you saying that's not godlike?
The probability of us being alive in these circumstances
and the design
where everything is.
And
I mean, it's a flawed system already. There's a lot of things that don't make sense, but yeah, the probability is like tremendous, like beyond tremendous per se. But again, we are here. So considering we are here, it did happen. it does seem crazy because when you look at the probability of it, yeah, it's like, how the hell, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, again, we are here. It did happen. We are in it. Why don't we understand that, if we weren't in it, we couldn't even fathom it because we would have no existence, right?
Yeah.
But because we're in it doesn't mean that something had to have intervened or been like specific in creating things. Blind luck.
Blind luck.
Blind luck. Roll the dice, baby.
Okay.
I mean, as far as what realistic knowledge I can get from it, God doesn't explain that for me. I'm not saying
so it's not
no
God-like.
God makes
it's not
more
God-like
sense.
For the chance of the universe being here and it being in existence and us being where we are.
It's not godlike to me.
It's not godlike.
The system doesn't scream godlike to me.
So 10 billion to the 123rd power does not scream godlike to
There's low probabilities for a lot of stuff, and then it happens. So if it's a low probability, a high, low probability is it's not a good chance.
Mm-hmm.
Then most of the time you can always say that's God then.
Okay.
But to me, it's just there was a probability chance to happen. Just because it was low doesn't mean it was impossible. That's why it's probability.
Let me give you another probability.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
So again, you say you don't believe in God. Yet, atheist scientist Stephen Hawking, I hope everybody know who Stephen Hawking is. He stated in his book, name of the book is called The Brief History of Time. At the moment of the Big Bang, if the expansion rate of the universe was different by 1/100,000th millionth of a percentage, then the universe would have collapsed back in on itself.
Like a percentage off?
Yes.
Okay. So I know that you've got some knowledge in the multiverse, right? I mean, you've seen it in shows from Invincible, movies, Doctor Strange, whatever, right? So different depictions.
Those are movies. This is real life.
But I'm saying you know the general idea of a multiverse. That's all I'm saying.
I got the general idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the general idea. Who believes in the multiverse?
You tell me.
A well-known scientist. Can you guess his name?
Let me.
I don't know if he discovered it. I just know that he definitely does believe in it quite a bit, and he's done research on it.
It's not.
It's right under your nose, 100%.
It can't be. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
You already know it.
All right. So if I say this name, I'm gonna be correct. You think?
I mean, it's as plain as day, considering our conversation.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I think he believes in it too, but Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, because you just talked about him.
Okay, it's so right under your nose.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, literally under your nose, but he believes in that theory as well. So
okay, but you understand
how I see it is there's infinite possibility of that working as well as it not working. We happen to be in the verse of the multi where it worked.
But it's one. How can I explain this?
Yeah.
So then, but I want you to understand what Stephen Hawking is saying.
Yeah.
That even the multiverse wouldn't exist. So you saying like it was another? Are you saying it was another Big Bang where different like that is a 100th?
I mean, you could say like the biggest bang that created the multiverse, and then you drop it down a level to the Big Bang that created our universe.
Yeah.
Right? Like multiverse, our universe. It's a subsection, right?
Yeah.
A multiverse is infinite. Again, this is just, theories on the possibilities of multiverse. No one's proven it to be real.
Yeah.
But
so kind of like
again, if it's just a little smidge off, there's an infinite amount that it wasn't a smidge off, and it was a smidge off, or it was entirely off. That's what a multiverse like represents to the possibilities.
All right, I'm gonna break it down.
Yeah.
So low key.
Yeah.
So like that one.
That's a way better example.
That 1/100,000th millionth was just our timeline. Is that what you're
Essentially.
saying? Or, because to me, what Stephen Hawkins is saying is every branch of time.
I don't
In
believe
itself.
that's where he's coming from as far as
No, but I'm saying off of if you want to put it to the multiverse.
Okay, so if he was talking about that level.
Yeah.
Okay. We're here.
So is that not godlike? That chance,
I don't think somebody has to have a hand in that.
That's that much of a percentage off. It's like it has to be perfect, or it would collapse back in on itself.
Think of
Do
the
you understand
universes. I understand that. I'm saying it's perfect conditions for us to exist. Not only us, but like solar systems, the entire universe, matter itself, atoms, whatever.
Okay.
But my point is, just because it's such a small amount, we see that as crazy, but we are that proof. We are that proof that it was real, right?
Yeah.
We don't get the luxury of sitting here in a room on microphones to talk about it if it didn't go our way.
Yeah.
So we're the only ones that can talk about
So
it.
you saying that's not God's way, it's just luck's way?
What I'm saying is if we had proof of the fact of, the other universes that had tried, like they had their Big Bang and it went wrong, it was off that by the percentage, whatever it may be, they don't exist. If we had somehow proof or we could identify that factor, then I would definitely say it would make sure that there's no God.
See, but you know how
If there's more than one universe, I think that debunks God to a certain extent. But you can always make God the God of the multiverse. God never ends as much as not believing God never ends.
Okay.
It's an infinite race in the same direction, just slightly different.
So let's break it down a little more.
Yeah.
Again, you say you don't believe in God, and none of this is godlike. So we're gonna go from Big Bang to the universe itself, right?
Uh-huh.
To you say you don't believe in God, yet your existence alone as a human was a 400 trillion to 1 odd. What do you think about that?
I'm here, dude.
400 trillion to 1.
I have nothing else to say, but I'm living proof that
So
that chance
that's
would be.
like that means you hit the lottery
I mean, you could say the opposite, too.
a trillion times. Think about that.
Yeah. Well, the lottery's rigged. I'm sure it is. But if you're talking about just the lottery of the universe, yeah, most definitely.
God.
You won it, too.
Okay, but think about this. All right, let's break it down. Let's just remove God and use science real quick.
Okay.
The chance of you winning that race is a sperm cell, and fertilizing that egg.
Again, I don't think it's a race. I think that the other ones have to break through it.
Yeah, it's
and then
chosen.
you go in.
It's the egg chooses.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So it's not even a race. I was chosen.
You
were
just showed
chosen.
up last. Hey, what everybody doing here? Oh, me?
Get on in, boy.
Yeah, you come here.
Yeah, hop on in. Being the chosen one. We're all the chosen one.
Now, that in itself is substantial odds, though.
Yeah.
Because anyone could have been chosen before you. That then wouldn't be you.
Yeah.
Then this universe is perfectly made. This earth, the atmosphere, everything in itself for life to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Because scientifically, we can look somewhere else. And life
For the Goldilocks zone.
predominantly outside of us, as we know, do not exist. Right?
As of yet, yeah.
As of yet. And then the universe can collapse back into itself if it was what it was. All of these chances you're going against and you're saying, well, it's just luck. I'm just here. It just is what it is.
It is.
So you don't believe any of this is godlike.
Let me take it down to a smaller scale.
Okay, let's dumb it down.
You know how many decisions you and I had to make
Mm-hmm.
just to be in this room at this time saying these words,
Yeah.
thinking these thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands upon millions upon trillions of different actions. One day we could have just woke up late, our whole lives could have been different. We could have never met if I woke up late one day.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying is that all these small little things get us where we're going.
Yeah.
I always tell people everything happens for a reason. And it's kind of silly because if I don't believe in a God, then what reason? Right? But I mean, it happened. That's the easiest way I can see to say it's happened. You can't go backwards in time. Make the best you can with what you've learned from that and move forward and just do better. That's that's how I feel, I think, when I'm doing everything happens for a reason. Because you can't. When something bad happens, it's frustrating, you know?
Yeah.
You can't go back. For example, we tried to do an episode prior to this one. I can't remember what episode it was, but we tried to do it, and we didn't switch the mic. So we lost that footage.
Yeah.
We can't go back. That sucks. It was a great conversation we had, but we just had to move on.
Yeah.
That's just
suck.
like, that's my, everything happens for a reason. The reason being to just grow.
Yeah. But
That's how God is growth.
God is growth to you.
We are growth.
We are growth.
So we are God.
So you are God. Kanye.
You're God?
I just told
No,
you.
no. You're God.
I'm God.
I'm God. You're God.
I have God. in
Everyone
me.
out there is God.
I have God in me.
We have all the power.
I got God in me.
You are God.
So elaborate on that. What do you mean I am God? What am I the God of? What did I create? My own opportunities?
You look at the word
my
God
own choices?
too specifically in the way that we've been told what God is. What does God do for you? Not prior, but what does he do for you now? Provide guidance?
He the reason I'm breathing and I'm here.
He provides a
understand
plan.
that?
He
Yeah,
guides
it's
you.
his plan. Yeah.
He gives you strength. He gives you love. All these things, right?
Continue, yeah.
All of these things, in my opinion, are all self-made.
Yeah.
I give myself strength.
Yeah.
I love myself to move forward.
Yeah.
I make my choices. I decide my future. I'm God. You're God. Everyone is God. If you look at it from that angle. But you have to take down the idea of God being a being that's almighty and untouchable. God is in control. We are all in control of ourselves. Therefore, we are God. It's an unpopular opinion, but I mean, it makes a lot of sense if you take out, religion itself from it.
Yeah.
It's what it is. Truly. Is what it is, like you said before.
So, I know you don't believe in faith, right?
It's the term faith used in a religious standpoint. Yes, I don't believe that.
So you don't have faith in God?
No.
Okay.
I have faith in myself. I have faith in you.
Okay, so
As in trust, love, respect. That's what I would see if you're trying to talk about faith outside of a religious standpoint.
okay. So you say you don't believe in faith or the faith in God. So I'll ask you this. Have you ever seen a non-intellectual being produce, or not being, just have you ever seen, I'm going to break it all the way down. Have you ever seen a non-intellectual produce an intellectual?
Sure have.
Elaborate.
Us. If you subscribe to any amount of the idea of evolution,
Okay.
I mean, as far as any life on this planet, it starts off as one cell. How that cell get created, I'm not entirely sure. You got me there.
Okay.
But every time we got bigger, multiplied.
Okay, so then
And then
that's
think about it. If we became, say, like primates, stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
we got from there to humans, well, guess what? A monkey, gorilla, whatever we came from, had a child that was, even by the smallest amount, more intelligent than its parent. If they made us,
so then that's
they've
life.
birthed intelligent species.
So then that's life. Right? To me, that what you're
Life producing
elaborating is life.
Yeah.
So have you ever seen non-life produce life?
This table, tapestry, concrete floor, that type of stuff.
No, non-life. Something not living produce something that's living.
That's what I'm saying. This table, the
This
concrete
table
floor,
is what?
it's inanimate. It's lifeless.
No, something that is non-life produce life.
Non-life, as in it's not
Not
living.
no, not.
You may just want to say a different way because I'm not
Okay.
catching that flow.
I said, have you ever seen something that's non-life produce life? I don't know how to explain that. Something that is
Give me an example of something that's not
nothing.
life.
So you believe in a chance.
Okay.
That we luckily here we became who we are because of we came from nothing.
So you're saying not an inanimate object, but literally like void, like empty space.
No, I'm just saying I'm trying to put my head into a non-believer. So that means
Okay.
have
You put your head in
seen-
someone else because I don't understand it.
So you said you've seen or you understand a non-intellectual produce an intellectual. And you say, and I'm
Okay.
asking you, have you seen non-life produce life? It's pretty self-explanatory. So like you're like I'm gonna break it back down to semen. Your dad not ejaculating into your mother, and then you came.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen something
Reproduction.
like that? It could be anything like that. Have you ever seen something that's not alive produce something that's alive?
No.
Okay.
I think the problem we had is you saying non-living.
Non-life.
Okay, is this table not life?
The table is not living, and it has never produced life.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So is that a good example of what you were talking about?
Yeah, but you were doing it backwards, as in like we were life. We're life, and we produce something that's not living.
No. You got me wrong. That's why. I was asking, are you talking about inanimate objects producing life?
No, I'm saying anything. I'm not putting it in a box, not an object or.
Does this fit in the area of what you're talking about? That's all I'm
Sure,
asking.
it's non-life. Have you seen it?
That's my point. That's the
table as a
disconnect.
baby.
That's the disconnect we had. Yeah, they have little baby tables. That's how you get nightstands.
Okay, so
Oh god.
have you ever seen a massive explosion or expansion design order? Or I'll give you this one too. Or have you ever seen mass destruction? Sorry, I'm getting off.
Getting up?
Yeah. One sec. I'm trying to pull it back. You might have to cut this. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
All right. So have you ever seen a massive explosion or expansion produce and design order? Yeah, that's the simple question. Sorry.
As in comparison to the Big Bang?
Yeah. Or not even comparison to Big Bang, just in real life.
We design those things to be destructive.
So then who designed us to be life?
Well, it's entirely different.
But it has to be a designer, no?
No.
Hmm.
The reasons ours are just chaotic is because we specifically made them chaotic.
Yeah.
Think about it, we have volcanoes, natural disasters, stuff like that. It spawns new life, new habitats, new biomes.
Mm-hmm.
It takes away old ones, but it makes new ones.
Mm.
It does that naturally.
Mm.
Throwing a grenade, that's
Mm-hmm.
not natural.
Yeah.
I would say the natural functions of the world, not designed by somebody, is what does it.
Okay.
Nature,
So
without us involved. Again, that goes back to the theory of us being gods. We create, but what's
But
not
what you just
what's not
said is-
created is the stuff that is actually good.
okay.
I mean, a volcano sucks, right? Because it kills people, but that's from the
Pompeii.
mindset of humans,
Pompeii.
huh?
I said
Pompeii.
Pompeii.
Exactly, but if humans weren't there, would anybody have a problem?
Yeah, it caused a massive overcast.
Oh, where it had the ash in the sky.
It was
Kind of like the
massive.
Matrix, where they blacked out the sun.
Yeah, kind of like the largest active volcano in the world here in America. I believe is it
Mount St. Helen.
yeah. Well, it's
That
massive.
one left ash the sky for like a week or something.
No, so if where's the hot springs? Is it in Wyoming or something like that?
Like where Yosemite is, something like that.
I'm trying to
It might
think of
be
it off the top
but
of my head.
I honestly, like, now that I think about it, I don't think I have.
Anyway, you will pop it up.
That's true.
If that volcano right there were to explode today, it would cover the earth in ash for 7 years.
Okay.
That's how massive that one is. So that's destruction. Sound like destruction. But
it's the after.
yeah, so the order eventually.
Can you live in Pompeii now, where Pompeii went down?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, the only things that really like wait forever is think about nuclear power plants.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one in Russia called? Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Chernobyl made that uninhabitable. I know there's a couple more down there too. I think even one in Japan. But Chernobyl and even the Hiroshima bombing, stuff like that, had stopped people from living those areas because, what do you know? Man-made destructive devices took care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Volcano ash covering the sky for 7 years, not that big of a deal when you can't live somewhere for 60 plus because of radiation itself. So, I mean, we're just worse than what nature will provide.
I understand that.
Okay.
All right, let me get to the end of my questions. We don't want to
Yeah,
spend too much
go
time
ahead.
on this. So, you've told me, and I've heard you say this before. You say you can't trust biblical texts because they are ancient manuscripts. And they
Same
were-
reason you can't trust textbooks.
And they were written by men thousands of years ago. Yet, the Bible is the most preserved text of all of humanity, with over 25,000 manuscripts in the world.
Why?
In the world.
I wonder why.
What do you wonder why? Why do you wonder why?
Why was that so well kept? I'm sure there's got to be texts from that time that weren't well kept. Also, what I would assume is if God wanted the Bible to be made,
Yeah.
that shit would be made out of like indestructible material. Because why would
Okay.
you put it in a leather-bound, parchment paper book? Like, do you want it to get destroyed? Like, if you leave this message, put it, I don't know, etch it in a stone that you can never touch, or put it in something that's impenetrable, that literally you could throw down a volcano and pull it out later. That would be godly to me. I mean, that might change my mind a little bit if we had one of those.
I'm telling
You see
you,
me?
if God was to come down here right now, open this door
Bitch slap me.
and come in here and say, "Race is me," touch you and you feel it and you're like, "Whoa, yeah, you got it." You eventually be like, "Yeah."
I'd be worried he's like covered
I-
with something.
You an alien or a reptilian or something.
Yeah,
You
he's
wouldn't
covered with
believe him.
dopamine.
So then, how could he ever get you to believe?
That's what I'm saying.
You never will.
I can never trust reality. You never can.
All right.
There'd have to be something, a feeling that's something that I could never even like imagine. That's what would probably have to happen.
So then, do you trust the reliability of Caesar, Galileo, and many other ancient figures, since you can't trust in the Bible?
I don't know them. I know of them.
So you look at the stars.
Yeah.
You trust that is a planet when they tell you, right?
No.
So you don't trust in scientists?
I mean, everything's a narrative. Science could be 100% correct, but at the same time, I like to keep an open mind even in that zone.
Okay.
Because why not? Like, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Yeah.
And even if I learned through it all, you're jumping through someone else's hoops that they made hundreds of years ago and they've been building off of. So math, science, whatever it may be, yeah, you can do the basic stuff of life of, add up how much your budget is, and you take away 2 ducks. So how many do you have left? Oh, none. You only had 2 ducks. Like, it's whatever, subtraction. That stuff makes sense in our reality, but it's also our society. So
Yeah.
outside of that, who knows? A lot of the science could be 100% correct. Some of it could be an outright lie. There's not enough people out there that could disprove either, though.
Yeah.
We're entrenched in a system. So, I mean, again, I can't. It's not me doing it. You know who I can trust? Me. I can trust me.
And you
I can trust you.
And you got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can trust in yourself. I mean, that makes another point to being God, your own God.
Okay. And I love just getting your whole perspective through this whole thing. That's the most important part. It's understanding both.
Yeah, understanding each other.
Perspectives. And we'll have other people on here who got totally different perspectives than us. So,
Well, the point is to really dive into each other.
yeah.
And then dive in together to somebody else's mind.
Pause. Yeah.
Huh?
Pause. Yeah. You're right. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Pause.
Pause?
Pause.
P-A-U-S-E?
Pause. Press pause.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm going to just say pause. Because you said dive into each other and then dive into someone else and a lot of diving. But yeah.
Dive into their mind?
Yeah. I understand that.
Were you sexualizing it?
Yeah. You
Oh.
no,
That's not where my head was at.
You said mind at the end of it, and I said pause. You said pause after I said mind.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I mean, after you said mind.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
You got a dirty
Sorry.
little mind.
Anyway, all right, last question. I believe this is the last question.
Bet. Let's hit this up.
All right.
I appreciate the questions.
Of course.
Makes it easy for me.
All right. So, you've also told me that the Bible has been mistranslated and altered because of humanity. Yet the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the 1950s have proven that claim to be false.
In what form?
As in, those Dead Sea Scrolls that were gone for thousands of years, they were gone. Nobody could find them, knew where they were, what happened to them. They bust them open and find them, and oh, what is this? Dead Sea Scrolls. And they still accurately match the Bible to this day. As if there has been no altercations or mistranslations.
Did you find them?
Here we go.
I'm always going to
You
go
want
back
me
there.
to read them? So
I mean, I'm just saying anybody can. I don't know about making something seem so old per se, but you can make it match whatever you want. They're in control of the narrative.
Yeah.
You know, I do sound like a crackpot saying that, but I mean, it's the fact of what that means. You know, I'm not taking on the whole heavy weight of like the world's lying to you, even though a lot of stuff is lying to you. But how am I to trust them? How am I to trust anybody unless, you know, I know somebody that's trustworthy and they got their hands on it first? And if they have gained from
As
it,
in if you found it first,
how can I
and
trust
you can
them?
read Hebrew and all of that stuff.
I mean, if I was the person that could do that stuff.
All right. Damn, bro. So,
What do you mean, damn, bro?
because you don't believe in Jesus, you obviously don't believe in the miracles of Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I believe in miracles without the undertones of it being Jesus.
what do you mean? Elaborate on that.
Sometimes things happen that are crazy, but it's good stuff.
So you think
You can
he was
term
just
it,
like,
you can coin
hey,
it as a miracle.
This dude is dead. Hey, now wake up. You're living.
I don't know about that. I've never
That
seen that
happened.
happen.
In the Bible. Jesus brought him in.
Harry Potter does magic in the Harry Potter books.
Harry Potter is not the Bible.
Somebody wrote a
It's
book.
not something to live by.
I'm not saying that
Harry
I'm not
Potter
saying it
wasn't
should be.
written by J.K. Rowling thousands of years ago.
If it was, do you think we'd believe in magic?
Oh, God.
It's a book. Regardless, it's a book. There's nothing that separates it from it that's godly besides what's written inside. There's nothing on there that could prove it. There's no seal of God, like it's just signed by God or something. There's nothing that could differentiate it from any novel, any story, any folklore that was written prior. That's my issue.
Yeah. But, so, you say you don't believe in Jesus and his miracles, but you believe in the miracles of the universe. being almost perfect in every aspect for us and our ecosystem to survive. You say it takes too much, not even faith. Like, what would you call it? Since you don't have faith, what would you call it?
Understanding, reasoning.
Too much understanding to believe in religion, yet
Skepticism, maybe.
I'm gonna counter that with the claim and the notion that I believe it takes too much faith to be a atheist than a theist.
I like that.
A theist, not y'all know what a theist is. Come on now.
Atheist, theist. I like that. Just a space away.
Bro.
We're all just a space away from an atheist.
Yeah.
Or a space away from a theist.
It is what it is. What do you think about that?
It is what it is.
Do you think it takes more faith to not believe than to believe?
That's hard. You could say it's lazier on either end. You could say it's lazier to not truly question the religion itself and come back out and be like, that doesn't make sense. Like, from my point of view, I think it would be a lot lazier to just accept something.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone grows up with a religion for the most part. You know, so if I have a kid, they can choose whatever they want. They can believe whatever they want. I don't have a problem. I'm not trying to control my child.
Yeah.
But I don't. And my parents, they brought me up Christian. They didn't really force it on me too much. Went to some Bible school for like a summer or something, you know, just basic stuff. But it was not for me. I never understood it. I could not reason with why is everyone around me looking at this and saying, oh, yeah, that's real. When I had so many questions, and most of them did not have enough of an answer for me.
See, it's okay to have questions.
And it's harder when you don't have answers. Some people might get an answer,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, okay, that answers it for me. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't answer the actual question. It answers it for the person that's asking.
Yeah.
You know, that's the difference.
Lean not into your own understanding.
Lean into your understanding, you shall.
But trust in the Lord.
Trust in yourself.
That's in the Bible.
Yeah.
So I understand what you mean because I've had my questions as well. And I never always had a perfect relationship with God.
Or anyone else lazy.
Yeah. I know that.
I don't mean it that way. I'm saying from my perspective, it feels that way.
I get that. Let the people get
Does
that.
Does it feel that it's lazier mindset from your perspective to not believe in God?
See, but you haven't accepted. I don't even think since, even when you were brought up as a Christian, I don't think or know if you have accepted Christ into your life. When you do and the Holy Spirit enters you, it's different. Again, it's a feeling, bro. It's a spirit, bro. It's a spirit.
That sounds like, you know what that sounds like?
That's the Spirit of God in me. That's what I was saying earlier.
But you know what that really sounds like?
What it sounds like to you?
Possession.
Yeah, I would love to be possessed by God.
It's okay if God possesses me, but any other possession.
Nothing evil, no. Any other possession.
Who's to say that God isn't evil?
God isn't evil.
Why would he try to possess you
if he was evil, we wouldn't be here.
I don't think about that. What do you think about the idea of God not loving us? We're just a little fun experiment. Why do you want to paint God as like? I don't want to, but you feel a lot of love, and that's how you imagine God.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, what if? Because there's nothing backing up how you feel besides your feelings.
See, but
and your own understanding of the religion itself. Just the same way with my own thoughts.
Yeah.
There's nothing backing up, and there's no God besides my own understanding. We're literally in the same boat, just looking at different sides.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
We have the same questions.
We do.
We just come up with different answers.
But we got different...
That's the beauty of it.
Perspectives. Different understandings.
I think that
what's beautiful is that we can sit here and talk about it and, conversate on it and elaborate and keep it going.
But also enough for me to be willing to listen to you and process that without just saying like, off, whatever, and vice versa.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I love to see your perspective.
I love to see your perspective.
I think that's why people need to see, even with more guests that we're going to see.
I admire
a lot of perspective.
I admire your faith.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if you like truly understand that.
I admire.
But I do.
That same faith you have to not believe in something. If you believe in something, bro.
It sounds so bad.
Oh, my God. You'd be the most faithful person. And that's facts.
Yeah, like if you put your energy in from this to this kind of deal. Yeah.
Exactly. But you say the Bible isn't reliable yet. Carbon dating has allowed us to see over 2,000 prophecies confirmed from the Old Testament to the New Testament.
Do you have any examples?
Noah's Ark. Come on now.
Can you prove Noah or his ark?
You can prove Noah and his ark. How you want to prove Noah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Split your wrist, see your blood. We children of Noah.
Okay.
Come on now.
Okay. That's some bull.
Right,
that's some bull. Okay. His ark.
DNA. Go ahead. DNA.
Okay.
He kept the DNA rolling.
We don't have his DNA. How do you trace DNA if you don't have it? Like, okay, if somebody arrests you and they check your fingerprints, you're not telling them your identity. Yeah. If you weren't fingerprinted prior, checking the fingerprints means nothing. Yeah. They don't. You have to have that base of knowledge.
Yeah.
To do anything with it.
And then
okay, so what about his ark?
But his ark, you can hopefully Race can pop it up here. Let me do that again.
Yeah, that was a better pop. Oh, calm down. Calm down.
So that right there is what we believe to be an overview of what Noah's Ark and where Noah's Ark is. And it's embedded in the mountains. But you can see that,
wouldn't the wood deteriorate?
Hey, I don't know. It was some huge things of wood. It was, I seen this other dude a few weeks ago. He was going and hiking in the mountains. I don't know who this dude is. I should have did a little more research, but he was what appeared to be freaking rocks, right? Like a mountain. He was hiking a mountain, going through the mountain, and he came across a cliff, and he was pulling this cliff apart, and it was all wood. It's like, what the hell is that? Maybe Grace could pop it up. We'll do a little research.
Yeah, I'll put
he's pulling this freaking wood out of the mountain, and I need to know more of his explanation. But I was just looking at what he was doing. And he was like, "Yeah, all of this from here to there to there, it's not rock, limestone, this and that. It's freaking petrified wood." It's like, and I'm like, "What the hell? I've never seen anything like that in my life."
Oh yeah, it gets petrified. I forgot about that.
And so
that's how it lasts.
Boom. It's possible.
Now, I do believe the idea of what Noah's Ark story exists. Not getting a couple lions, a couple birds, whatever. Not necessarily that. But I do believe in that. There was, like, massive flooding.
Yeah.
Now, what we'll get into later on, the idea of there being a firmament opened up from the waters above, draining into the waters below.
Yeah, we tapped into a little bit of it last episode.
Oh yeah, you're right. We did.
So that right there itself, it can explain some things that we see in the Bible.
I think that theory, and what we'll dip into in episode 5, is probably the closest I've ever considered the existence of God. So we're getting somewhere.
We're getting a little something. But
You got
Well,
another
we
question?
just kind of talked about this. Yeah. So you
Sheesh.
say, why doesn't God just come down and show Himself? You told me this. I don't know if it was a conversation we had
I think we had it
just
on here.
normally, or it could have been on a pod. I don't know.
I'd say probably both.
Probably both. But so why you can't just come down here and show Himself so that we can believe or whatever? Yeah, you'll believe. You'll know then, right? But then I say to that He already did come down.
Not in my lifetime, though.
Not in our
It's kinda
lifetime,
rude
but
of
He
him.
already came down. And He coming again. And we killed Him. And so
Oh,
then I
don't-
know if He came again, we would try to kill Him again. Because the world hates the truth
My understanding
and
was we were
loves the
scared.
deceit.
My understanding was they were scared of Jesus. That's
No,
what
so
it-
like this back in times where you will see a woman do something and you'd be like, oh damn, she's a witch, and they
Uh-huh.
would burn freaking witches and all of that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That's
So
that's
you
out
got
of
this-
fear.
Yeah, but this man who came out of love though, everything was love. Blind person who couldn't see, God put His hands against his eyes to do. I can see. Dead man rose up from the dead. He helped somebody in the Bible. Excuse me, I'm not getting the names right. You can get it right. Walk on water. You know what I'm saying? When his focus was on God. But then after he get doing it, because of the storm in the Sea of Galilee, I believe,
Okay.
he started sinking because he couldn't believe it. And he started losing the faith. But the point is, he came at the right time, because if he didn't, then we'll still be having to do works right now today just to sacrifice animals just to forgive our sins and then go sin again, because nobody's perfect. I mean, this is just my perspective again.
Yeah.
But,
And that idea of like sacrificing animals,
yeah.
that's the stuff they do for Satan.
Hey, but guess what? That's because Satan didn't come sacrifice himself for nobody.
Okay. But if it starts
Come on now.
if it starts the same way, what differentiates them?
That was for sin. You had to do that for sin back then. You were a sinner. You want to cleanse your sins.
Okay, so let me
This
put
is
it
how
this
you
way,
do it.
very, very bare bones.
Mm-hmm.
I messed up. I sinned.
Yeah.
Time for me to take a life of one of God's creatures for Him, so He can say, "All right, I accept your apology." Like that. If you put it to bare bones, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right to you, does it?
Hey, they couldn't.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm going to
Question
be
it.
specific on it.
Question. I want to see how you feel about that.
Well, I know if it was today, and I still got my same relationship with God, you'd be like, Shaq, what you doing? Going out here in front of my job, slicing
Shaq, why are you killing so many animals?
a ferret in half.
Ferret?
Well,
my
you
God.
know, I sinned, so let me.
That don't seem Christian to me.
Okay, well, it wasn't Christian before God, before Jesus came and sacrificed himself.
That's
And he
interesting.
did what he needed to do, and the love he showed. And again, I don't know. I don't know if it's that. How do you feel about worship?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Because you said, I believe you told me before that worship is just it's too much for you to give for something.
Okay. So, yeah, I had an example for this. I don't like the idea of worshiping, putting myself below somebody. Like, I'm trying to get a good
See, but
example.
I see myself as below God.
I don't want to put myself below anybody, and nobody that's all good should put you below them. I don't care if you create the universe. You need to kiss your butt because of it.
Okay.
You know, like it just seems spiteful. It seems a little ignorant,
Mm.
and it's very prideful, which is not something that God supposedly likes. But if he's up there being prideful, like, yeah, you get down on your knees for me, then it's like, why is it a sin?
But see, look, he doesn't. That's why you got free will and free choice to do that. If he was so spiteful, then he would just come down here and make everybody do it.
Okay, so
So think about it. He
giving
gives
us-
you the choice to want that relationship with him and to want to give thanks
okay.
as worship to
So
him.
let's say this, right? Let's say, I want you to get on your knees and say you're really grateful for me, right? If you do, I'm gonna give you a cupcake. If you don't, I'm gonna shoot a gun in your kneecap. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I see what you're saying. But
Worship me, love me, accept
but
me,
what sacrifice?
and you get to go to heaven. You do anything wrong, yeah, you have the free will to do it. I won't touch nothing. But you're going to be lit on fire, eaten up, whatever, for eternity.
You make that choice, though.
It's not really a choice.
You're making the choice.
But also,
daily.
listen. You're telling me that if I don't want to have this relationship, love, whatever, for this entity, that I am punished
for your creator,
for the rest of what that new existence would be after death.
See, that's where
is
it
that
comes
a punishment
to,
fitting the crime?
That comes to the perspective again. So,
Well, here, let me ask you a quick question.
I see myself beneath God.
Yeah.
You see yourself as, well, I shouldn't have to worship somebody. Well, I should be the same, right?
Nobody needs to worship me.
You are a God.
I don't ask for that. I
Why
would never
worship
ask for
this
that.
God?
Yeah.
I see the sacrifice.
And I'm a flawed human.
Yeah, you flawed. I'm flawed too. We both one and the same there. I see the sacrifice that Jesus made for me. You necessarily don't believe it because you didn't see it.
Yeah. How can...
So understand, as we keep going,
Okay,
we can
yeah.
keep going down this list, but it builds on perspective.
Yeah.
So that's why we so yin and yang, because I'm like, yeah, I'm beneath God. I'll worship him. I'll ask for forgiveness for my sins. I got faith in what he did. I believe in Jesus came down here, died on the cross for my sins. And I understand that me being a follower, Christ, trying to be as best Christ-like as I can, nobody can be perfect, that I'll be with him in paradise because I long to be with him in paradise. But when you have the Bible here informing you, hey, this is how you should live your life. 10 Commandments somewhere written in stone. This is what you should live by and how you should do things, right? And then you say, who the hell is that? Again, it's good to have questions. It's okay because I've had questions before. But when you sit there and you choose not to, then even though it tells you what the reward is, then that means you accepting that path. Understand?
Yeah.
So like again, Bible, I understand where you say humanity can manipulate it because humanity has manipulated it for control, slavery, whatnot, everything throughout history. I understand that.
Yeah.
To me, that's the devil's doing. Him trying to win. I understand you having questions. I understand. Like again, and I take this back to the Quran. Kids used to, for however long ago when the Quran was written, they would give it to the youth because they knew the youth were the future, and they'll make them memorize it word by word by word by word. Right? Like the back of their hand.
Yeah.
And imprint it to their DNA, and then they keep passing it along. And when you take that and you look through every single religion, you can find that they say that Jesus is one of the ways. The Quran talks about Jesus, right? But Jesus says in the Bible that I am the only way and the truth and the path to God. Only through me can you get to heaven.
He's gatekeeping heaven.
You take it
No,
how
I'm just
you
messing with you on that
take
one.
it.
I'm just messing with you on that one.
Take it how you feel. But yeah.
I did
So-
have a side silly question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Would you really want to kick it with Jesus? I feel like he'd be low-key boring.
And me and Jesus.
He don't like anything cool, bro. Everything cool is a sin for the most part.
Pop a bottle of wine.
I guess, yeah, he could drink one.
Relax, man.
But he'll be like, only one
Chilling.
glass.
Only one glass?
Only one glass.
You know what I'll do? All right, Jesus, thank you. That one glass
I
will
mean,
get
if
you
you're,
twisted,
dude, yeah, if you're
boy.
in heaven, bro, you make that glass really big.
He was like, one glass is all you need.
And it just
Here
expands.
you go, about to back to the Garden of Eden, and you're gonna bite the damn apple. 2 glasses.
He's like, all right, Shaq. 3 glasses. Then we're done.
Nah, but no, I totally get questions, bro. Like, I've been
I know
there.
you've had a bunch of your own
I've
questions.
been there, and I've done that.
It makes me wonder what the difference is.
Hmm.
Where we both started,
Yeah,
questioned,
yeah.
you returned, I never did.
Hmm.
I wonder what really, if it's one small thing, a bunch of small things, one big thing, a bunch of big things.
One thing that helped me was my spouse.
Yeah.
She's a believer too, and so she helped me reel myself back into God. So
Helped you or
like,
made you?
she helped
I'm
me.
just kidding,
She
I'm
helped
just kidding.
me, yeah.
No, she's great.
And so I believe that's why you gotta, especially believers, you gotta keep believers around you. You know,
I mean, to be fair, you're a believer.
I'm a believer.
My sister and her boyfriend, believers.
Yeah,
My dad, kind of more like you.
but you know what's happened though since we've been
My
friends.
mom? What?
You didn't went from 1% believing in God to 2.
I went from 0 to 1.
Okay,
Yeah. That's an even
1%
bigger
is-
feat, bro.
we're chiseling.
That's
up
an
to-
even bigger feat.
It's all good. And again, I'm not ever trying to force it.
No,
I
have to stay true to myself.
Yeah,
Unless
you told me
something,
cradle to the grave.
yeah,
baby.
unless something
That's
were
true.
to truly change, and I could see it a different way.
See, but
I've
don't
tried
let it
so
be.
many ways.
And we're gonna get into this in a little bit later. Don't
Yeah.
let it be the last moment in your life where you realize.
I mean, if
And you
it happens, it happens.
But you told me, you're taking it. I'm gonna have to die not believing.
I mean, if
But
there's
you
some,
gonna feel
if
something
there was
in
like
that
the
end
questions
time.
I had answered, I'm staying true to myself. If I was to change to be a believer at that time,
Yeah.
if I don't have those answers, if I don't have any justification and proper reasoning, then yeah, I'll go into the black void.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Staying true to yourself is the most important thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
understand that. And for y'all out there, stay true to yourself. You can pull away from what I'm saying, he's saying. Find yourself.
Take nothing but the good from both sides.
Exactly.
Leave the bad
We're
out.
just giving you perspective.
Yeah. Make
And,
your own Frankenstein of
Yeah.
positivity out of it.
Go ahead, comment down below, believer, not believer. If you want to keep that to yourself.
Yeah,
you
let us
can.
know.
But
I'm
hey,
actually interested in that.
That'd be dope. That'd be super dope.
Yeah. And if you get on the Patreon, talk to us, ask specific questions. We're willing to answer that type of stuff there too. So
Yep.
it's a really good spot. If you have questions for us and we can't reach in the comments, hit that.
Yeah. And not
That's
only
perfect.
that, since you're on that
We're excited
subject,
for engagement.
we actually got for our first 3 gold members, right, on the Patreon and Discord.
Same
get-
deal as
Not
the
even
one.
the same deal. You don't have to
Well,
do
true,
nothing.
true.
You become a gold member, we sending you a free gift from us. You don't have to pay for anything. We're going to reach out to you, get your contact information, address, whatever, and we'll send you something special.
Or we'll probably figure out a way to get a code.
Yeah.
Give that to you. It'll make everything
And then you can just
free, and then we'll just
go
take
shopping.
the costs. You know?
If you need something signed, yeah, just let us know.
Yeah.
So now, what's next, buddy?
Are you done with your questions?
Yeah, that was my questions. You gave me perspective.
All right,
A
boy.
good amount of it, too.
I've got questions on the subject of immortality.
Oh,
You ever thought much about being immortal?
Not really. No.
When I say immortality, is it a positive
I wish
or
it was
negative
possible.
connotation?
I wish it was possible.
Okay.
You know?
So, first question, would you
Mm-hmm.
want to be immortal? And why, if so?
See, no, I wouldn't say immortal. Probably compared to
Put us off the timer.
our life expectancy today. Yeah, I would like to have more time. Like, I would like to live as long as back
120?
in episode 3.
150?
950.
Oh, so like
Yeah,
1,000
yeah.
years.
That would be dope.
That would be crazy.
Because you actually see change. You know what I'm saying? Through times. Like, imagine being born in
Just look at the difference from our parents
2023 to 2020.
to now.
Yeah.
You'd be able to see.
Exactly, bro.
If you could be them, and they'd
Yeah.
be able to see this time and the time 50 years from now, so on and so forth, and see the world change.
But then aging. How the hell would aging work? If I'm 100 years old, am I like 13? You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
probably change the ratios. Yeah,
I would hope so.
yeah. You
if it's
couldn't, you
like-
couldn't smoke until you're 200 years old.
Oh, that's hilarious. 200.
You couldn't drive until then either. You know.
Damn, hey, no, that's deep though. You think about our life expectancy now, right?
Yeah.
And you take that percentage of life that you have to be before you can drink or do this or do that or drive or whatever,
Limitations.
right? And then you add that to however long, 1,000 years. Now you think of dog years.
So let's look at that. Actually, I'm kind of interested to see what that is. So
That's kind of
it's 21 for most things right now. What's the average life expectancy? 70, 90, somewhere in
depend
that
on male and
range.
female. So if you male, I believe it's possibly gone up to like 75 or so. I don't know. That man
Let's just
over
say-
there,
let's
pop
say
it up.
Let's say 75. Right.
All right.
So that's about 28% of your life.
Females are different. They're 78, 80.
So being 21 years old, if
Yeah.
you lived 1,000 years, would be about 28. 280, sorry.
Yeah.
280 years old.
Yeah.
So, yeah. it's a good chunk of your lifetime you can't do certain stuff. But I think it's because we do live so short.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, hell, you look at, bro, let me try to think here. A decade ago, a
Mhm.
single decade ago, I couldn't even get a permit.
Hmm. Damn.
Couldn't even get a permit.
Damn.
Decade ago for you, you still couldn't even smoke. You couldn't drink.
A decade ago?
Mhm.
Yeah. You go, shoot, think about this, though.
At least with these laws.
Think about this. If you live for that long.
Yeah.
If I was 300 right now, I would have been a damn near slave 100 years.
Oh my god. Bro, imagine
yeah.
the stories you could tell though. Oh my god.
Man.
But see, that would be different. I
yeah,
think
so
if you
think
live
about
that
What
long.
What if, like, the next generation is, like, AI, Terminator type stuff? Bro,
This is a question I've always wanted to ask.
that would be,
Hear me out.
life would be crazy.
Hear me out. So I think I kind of have an assumption of what your answer may be, but I'm still very interested to see. So when people talk about, like, you can, I mean, movies, whatever, like it's as the subject goes, we're horrified of the idea of going from
This
organic
Yeah.
or bio. What can't I think of?
mixing ourselves with technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of being flesh, we could be material,
Mm.
essentially. Why are we so afraid of that?
Because then it removes the humanity. You're now a droid. And what you are at the core is a human.
And imagine if we were never human in the first place. If we didn't know anything else, we would have zero issues.
Mm.
It's change. I'm not saying I want to be a robot per se and stuff. I'm not saying that at all.
Would you?
But I'm just saying it's an interesting idea that we're so scared of it because it's different. We're
Yeah.
changing. It's evolution in some ways. And a lot of crazy people will talk that way. So I'm not trying to be crazy, okay? But I'm just saying, hear me out.
Yeah, let the people know.
You know, like
turn this.
exactly.
No, but
So-
for real though, like
it's an interesting idea of like, why are we so afraid of that happening when reality it's because we're scared.
Damn.
Can a machine be scared? Can anything that's not organic have what we have? That's the question.
No.
Then that falls into if we were a machine, would we be the same person, and blah blah blah.
But
that tumbles in a whole different category.
How do you give a machine emotions? That's the scary part of artificial intelligence is.
How did we get emotions?
Well, we were built that way. God gave us. See, look, you got me about to go back.
God built us that way? Well, hell, if we're God from my standpoint, we build, that, and we give emotions, then
God has emotions.
God made them.
God got emotions. He's sad. He's sad when race don't choose him.
No, he ain't.
He
can chill. He got 7 billion other people. He's fine.
We all his children.
Plus, how many things
he's jealous if you were like, you know what? I want to go be Muslim. He's jealous.
He better not be jealous.
But see, look, Muslims.
If I'm jealous, that's a sin.
See, but Muslims, I respect.
I respect
my
everybody.
Muslim brothers and sisters.
Muslim brothers.
They when you dig like that, it's different. They believe in, you got your God, I got mine. We all happy. Don't believe in hate. So I respect that.
I think most religions are probably better off than me anyways. Yeah, if you believe in a religion, you probably got better chances of getting to heaven than me. I'll tell you that much.
But you such a good dude. You sound like, I'm just a bad person. I ain't about to.
No, it's the simple fact. He's like, you don't do this one thing? Sorry, bro. Eternal bird. It's
he probably just laughed.
It's pretty cutthroat. If you did, hit me up, bro.
All right, be careful what you ask for.
Hit me up as in like bang my line.
You gotta get specific.
Yeah, bang my line or something. I don't need no lightning or burning bush.
Oh, he's like, hit you up, all right.
Yeah, no possession either. Don't possess anybody I know.
Yeah, you should ask him to possess.
He just hops into your body. He's like, all right, listen, Race.
Wait, hey, let me take control real quick.
I've taken over this
very
tall man.
Hop in the beat.
Yeah. All right, here, let me get you the next one here, because I think we're probably pretty far into this right now. How would you live if you're immortal? How would you approach life?
Now, if I am legit cannot die, right?
Yeah, we're talking about essentially where I could hit you with a baseball bat and no problem. I couldn't stab you.
Yeah.
Or I could and you'd regenerate.
Can't die.
Like
so
Wolverine
the Earth
style.
could explode and I still would be here. I don't rely on air
you would
or
be
atmosphere
floating
or
in the void.
Yeah. So
that or maybe you just suffocate forever in the void of space.
So then what I would do if I was immortal, it's kind of like, being a kid. First off, early years of life.
New and interesting.
I would just have fun, get as many experiences as I could. But you would think if I found out I was immortal early on, I would probably try to experience less so I won't get freaking bored as life goes on.
True, but if you're immortal, then it's infinite.
Yeah.
So that you will get bored eventually.
So then I would still be sitting there watching Rugrats like this because I know as soon as I hop to Nickelodeon and cartoons, it's over.
Oh my gosh!
Understand what I'm saying?
Wasn't it Nickelodeon?
Yeah, but no, I would just try to have as much fun as possible early life, and then it'd be scary trying to build a family. Unless I could pass my immortality to my kids. I think that's a curse, though.
I wouldn't bestow that upon anybody.
No, but
you had to kind of bear that yourself.
But I could have a family and stuff like that. Damn.
Yeah.
I would want that. So I think I would eventually have a family.
It'd feel selfish, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You outlive them. And then, we kind of seen a simulation of this before. I believe you showed me. And
it was a TikTok video walkthrough of this guy's life being immortal and the phases of this year, 1,000, if we can find it.
If you can find it.
Thousands and millions and so on years and whatnot. But
and then I would try to better humanity. I wouldn't be afraid to walk in any room whatsoever.
True.
And try to up the knowledge of the people to You know, I don't care if it's agriculturally or freaking.
I mean, you could realistically just go up there and shake everybody and be like, listen,
Yeah.
I'm the one that has to deal with this when you guys are gone. So this is how we're going to do
Facts,
things.
like, hey. I mean, if you think
Like-
about as many fossil fuels as we burn into this day, like, we just tearing through our damn atmosphere.
Yeah.
If I'm immortal, I'm like, hey, man, we need to pick up on this.
Yeah, we cutting this off, bro.
Let's go solar. All the oil people will hate me.
Do you think, yeah, for real, do you think if you were immortal that somebody would try to capture you?
Yeah, they definitely would, and study you and see if they can imitate it themselves.
So would you be on the run for the rest of your life?
Damn, that's scary.
That is spooky.
Damn.
Because
That's
imagine,
scary, because you
if
would.
the wrong people got
You
you,
would.
they could torture you forever.
Well, until I outlive them.
No,
Or
they just
until
have they have their sons and daughters do it.
Yeah. That's
Forever and
evil.
forever and forever.
Boy, that's evil.
There's some evil governments out there.
Until the earth explodes, and then I'm like, oh, I'm free now. But
Yeah, right. If finally everything explodes, you're like, see you
end
later.
one day if you were that
Yeah.
immortal.
No, you're immortal. You definitely see the destruction of our universe.
Yeah.
At least our solar system.
Damn.
Well, the destruction of everything.
Remember that.
You would have to survive until the end of existence
Mm-hmm.
and essentially have to meet God at that point.
Or, since you are God, create a new Big Bang.
Dude, think about it. At that point, you just like, you realize, wait, I've been Jesus the whole time? What?
Shut the hell up. Oh, gosh.
Okay, I think I have two more questions. Let me double check here. Yeah, so I mean, we kind of covered, is life still meaningful without an end? So we kind of covered the idea of, like, you know, with family and
Yeah.
you're going to run out of things to do. But do you think immortality is reachable? Not in our lifetime, but it's reachable by human beings.
Not by humans, no.
By humans?
Mm-mm.
Would you say humans that create AI? Better yet, let me posture the question this way. Do you think a machine makes you immortal? If we created an AI
No.
and it was placed in a machine, that they'd be immortal.
No.
Is it because they can be destroyed?
I mean, yes, but
What's the limitations?
but I believe when your soul is removed, you can't transfer. I don't think we'll ever have the ability to move a soul somewhere else into something else. So then, therefore, you and your soul and spirit and your flesh, it's not there. You're not there.
So hear me out. Did we talk about this earlier already? Okay, so if you could clone yourself, right, and it's the exact same person. They have all your experiences, all your memories, every little crack in your tooth, everything. Every little hair follicle comes at the exact same spot yours does. Just everything's the same. You could look at them, and the clone itself would look at you and be like, that's me. I'm looking at my clone, right?
There's no soul there.
It considers itself as you because you are the same. That right there, to me, would practically guarantee there's no souls. We don't have souls.
No, it just would be no soul in that being. It just appears to be.
I could see as appears, but
Yeah.
I don't think anything would change to them from you. I mean, as far as a soul's concerned, wouldn't you equate that to moral values, a conscience?
So I don't think of our bodies having a soul. I think of our souls having a body.
Yeah, this is just armor.
So if you copy my body, then it's just another body.
Okay.
Me, I'm still in here.
Yeah.
Who my true
It's a
heart
remote
is.
without a battery.
Exactly.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay.
I mean, it could have the energy, but it's not. It's just a copy. Exactly what a clone would be. But it's no piece of me that goes into there that takes my soul into that.
What if it does take a piece?
It's impossible to take a piece.
How is it impossible to take a piece if it's impossible to prove that there's a soul?
Because only one person can give you that piece. And you know what that is. So. And only one person can take that piece. Man
Yourself.
upstairs.
Yeah. You know I'd hit you with that. Okay, I thought I had one more thing for you. Let me see here. This is one I wanted to ask you from last episode.
No, it's not.
Let's break it down.
Break it down.
By Bible, I wrote down as Bible. Bible end times. So, broader idea of what does the end times look like prophesied through the Bible, and what steps have been taken where we are looking like we're going in that direction. That's what I want. Give it to me.
Oh, damn.
That's a loaded one. This is probably going to be the last question we can have because of how loaded that is.
That is loaded.
And this might be a 2-hour episode so far. I don't know.
I think so. I think we'll have to push. Y'all be patient with us. Conversation's been great. Thank you for still watching. If you're still watching.
Yeah. Also, this one's coming out the night. Oh, we can't. I'll talk to you after about that. But this will be released the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm grateful for my wife, my life, and my friends.
Hey,
my boy.
who your
Thankful
boy,
for
me?
you.
Oh, I'm thankful.
I'm thankful for
you
everyone
too.
good in my life.
You know, you just worshiped me. Thank you.
No, I showed gratefulness.
All right, no. Hey, I love you,
Love you, man.
and I'm grateful for you as well.
Thank you.
And we should have did this at the
I'm
end
grateful-
of the
I'm
episode,
grateful
not
for
before I'm
everybody
about to
here
break this
watching,
down. Yeah, I'm
Anyways,
grateful
that's
for
just
all of
here.
y'all.
Boom. There's a little turkey for Thanksgiving or something. Do it.
Boom.
Not the
Alrighty.
boom. Not the boom. There we go.
That's how you do it properly.
That's how you
I'm
do it
grateful
proper.
for my family, my son, my wife, to be. But now let's get
to be, baby.
You said in the Bible, what? Actual question again.
Bible end times. What's prophesied?
Biblical end times.
Yeah, biblical end times. Bible. Biblical.
Prophecy's tough. All right.
Do you have
First
enough
off,
information?
So you got people who believe different things when it comes to revelations in the Bible.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to break it down, but I mean,
Sum it up from both ways.
exactly.
Okay. That's going to be a big feat. I get it.
So when you look at revelations in the Bible, the rapture of the church, which is an unsigned event. This is a part of end times. Okay. Unsigned event meaning like it's no warning. It'll just happen. And just me and you in this podcast room. And then I'll just disappear and my clothes will just fall to the ground. You'll be like, what the hell?
Dude, I
Like,
hope
we
it happens
seen-
on the podcast.
We seen Then ain't nobody gonna watch it, man. They gonna be like, it happened to me
Jack
too.
just got raptured. My side of the audience will be here still.
Anyway, so yeah, that's an unsigned event. It just happened in a twinkle of an eye.
With Thanos snap of the fingers.
Yeah. So believers would just be gone. 2, it would be right after that. It would be 7 years of tribulation. Tribulation, Daniel talks about it in the Bible. It refers to a period of time in the Bible in Revelations from 6 through 19. Revelation 6 through 19 is all about the tribulation. And it's a lot of stuff that's going to go on there. A lot of Antichrist, all that stuff, right? We'll have to go a little deeper into this in a different episode.
Yeah, this will be the lead up.
Yeah, this we'll probably pick up on this on episode 8 or so.
Okay.
I'll do a little more. But
Keep an eye out.
anyway, then 3 would be the return of Jesus. After that, so he'll establish a 1,000-year kingdom. Jesus is coming back. This is his second coming. He'll establish a 1,000-year kingdom. At the end of that 1,000 years, Satan will again try to build a rebellion that quickly ends. Because God is then going to create a new heaven and earth. That's fourth. So I'm just trying to give you all of this in a summary.
Okay.
So if you break it down, right? So Revelations 1 through 3, the church is on earth. It speaks about the church being on earth. Now you got different types of churches.
Too many.
No. Yeah, you're right, but you got different type of churches with different type of believers, and they got different type of faiths.
Yeah.
It's
There's no one true church
it's
nowadays.
pretty in depth. And then
What?
and then the best part, 19, Christ comes back. So yeah, so 1 through 3, churches on earth, in Revelations. 4 through 5, churches in the heavens. And then in 19, Christ comes back, which is the end of the book, and makes a heaven and a new earth. And so, like, people who understand that, and again, this is a part where you can see God's work. I know we want to talk about, like, the end times and signs, but it talks about heavily in the Bible Israel, and we see what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
With Israel and Palestine. Number one, first off, I myself am on the side of humanity always. I don't like having humans go against each other. I hate wars.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's a part of why humanity is just stupid to me in some ways. Because we do stuff like that where we actually can, and we choose these evil things to do when we can actually have the choice of choosing love, peace.
Well, that's our
being
message,
happy.
isn't it?
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
We have differences,
yeah,
and not only can we get along, we enjoy each other.
yeah, exactly.
It's
And
very possible.
Yeah,
It's just not reached for often enough.
yeah.
You know?
It's very, very possible. It's easily possible.
Yeah.
When you put down,
It's harder to fight each other.
yeah.
It takes more
And to
energy.
me, again, and that's with anything. It don't matter what you believe in. It's just about having a freaking heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm on that side till the day I die. I have a heart, and I'm gonna always choose life and people being happy and good people. And don't understand why Adolf did what he did. Why was he evil and wanted to do stuff like that? I don't understand why. I don't even
Well,
understand.
you say the devil.
yeah, the devil himself, what his plan is. He want to create chaos. So I know. But I don't like how people try to tie everything going into the world today, like into religion and stuff. No, we just need to be freaking know your religion, be happy, keep your faith, but still choose humanity and being good people at the end of the day. That is a side note on just what I believe. But biblically, it says, it talks about Israel and a lot of how you know the end times are coming. You got people who believe in pre-tribulation and post-tribulation, which is kind of confusing in the Bible.
Okay.
But it's just, you just got to understand Revelations to actually understand that. And I just gave you the breakdown of Revelations from 1 to 3, 4 to 5, 6 to 19. Okay? Hope you're following me. But when you talk about Project Bluebeam and you like, dang, this, and I told you, I was like, bro, all of that sound like signs of the end times.
Yeah.
Like
Prophesized.
the Antichrist who come back. It says that it will be in the Bible. It says that there will be humans who try to make one religion, right? And that we see that today with going on You could probably pop it up, but I ain't gonna. They trying to build a temple for one religion right now. So that's pretty biblical. As well as the Antichrist, a person who people are gonna love, and this, and that will reveal himself as a savior. That's in the Bible.
And that right there is why I can't trust somebody coming up. Say they're the savior.
I like that you said that.
Yeah.
So that right there, Christians are ready for it. We know the next person who try to reveal himself is, hey, it's me. I'm your savior.
Why can't it be the second coming?
Because we know when God coming. It tells you right here. You follow this, you won't be deceived. And then as well, big tell of that, when they try to do this one religion thing and one government thing on earth, they're then going to give out the mark of the beast. These are prophecies. Mark of the beast being...
That's the most believable thing out of all that.
Yeah. So mark either on your right hand, which you can see people go to pay with chips and stuff this day at grocery stores and stuff.
Girl's
like
got
that.
a chip in her wrist. She's called Chip Girl. We'll try to pop that one out.
It's
she
multiple
literally
people
uses
with
it
chips
for her
now.
microwave to get into her house.
Yeah.
Every locked door. Like, it's like, I don't know why you want that.
So now what
You
the
just
mark of the
chipped
beast
yourself.
would be is you take it either on your right hand or your forehead. And to society and to the Antichrist, it says that you're on board with what they got going on. And you agree to what they're doing with society. And that's how you can trade, get money.
Whether misled or not.
Yeah, work, do this, buy, sell, whatever. That's how you can contribute to society. But if you don't, then in the Bible specifically it says behead. But they will try to kill you if you don't take it or receive it. If you want to rebel. Because it has to be this way. It's this one world government. This is our savior, the Antichrist, who showed himself through Project Bluebeam.
What percentage of people do you think that will be willing to take the mark of the beast?
Majority.
You think majority?
I think majority of people, because the majority of people don't understand the truth.
I think there's just...
Think about the majority.
Could be the realm we're in.
Think about how many people already themselves took that thing in the arm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an excellent point.
And that was
That's
the majority.
Really excellent point. That one was much more a wolf in sheep's clothing. But I would say the chipping mark of the beast idea.
Yeah.
I think they'd have to do something crazy in order to make... I don't know how to describe it, but convince you that that's normal, that's okay.
Yeah, it will be something crazy, and that's why I believe
because normal chipping now
in Project Bluebeam, bro.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen, what episode was that?
That should be episode 2.
That episode, go check it out now. We dive into that.
Yeah, a lot of context, a lot of cool stuff.
Bro, that's why I believe in it. I'm like, man, this sounds like the freaking truth.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense to how the Antichrist would come about, how they can try to then control who can trade or sell or blah, blah, blah.
And again,
not necessarily would it be a big ass 666 on your head or this,
no,
that.
it's going to be...
It'd be faint little marks that you have to accept, or you cannot keep a job. You cannot bank. You cannot do anything. So y'all learn how to grow your own goods.
Well, it brings me back to the
bear
idea
your own arms.
of like coincidence, right?
Yeah.
Now, it's, did the chicken come first or the egg, right? Or is it happening because it was prophesied through the Bible and that's the true events what's happening? Or because that's what was written, the masses, not even the masses, sorry, the ones in control, the ones in control are basing their stuff off the prophecy and putting that into motion.
Yeah.
Which came first?
I freaking love when you bring that up. Well, understand this. It was you.
That was me.
Understand this.
That's not going to sound good at all.
Well, understand this. The devil was already in the garden when Adam and Eve got there. The devil already had his plan to manipulate humanity from the jump to eventually get the Antichrist to become flesh, as the Son did. So therefore, forget the Bible for a second. Before the Bible, everything was already on pace and on plan. The Bible just gave us the instructions and the knowledge to, hey, this is what's going on. This is what you'll see. And that is how we are where we are today. So the plan was the dominoes were already falling.
Okay.
One of them dominoes gave us the information. Now what we do with it, it's up to you. It's up to us. And how we choose to proceed and live life, we got that choice. But when you start seeing it, you're going to be like, God damn.
Yeah, I'd say look
10 years ago.
Look into what he's talking about and look into see what's happening in the real world that mirrors that.
Yeah.
And make your own judgments.
Yeah.
I mean, all of this make your own judgments, but this is just our piece.
And what I'm talking about is I've known it to happen. Like one thing it says in the Bible, that when Jesus does come back to start that 1,000-year reign, right? He'll come and everybody will see. All the lives on earth will see. Now, when you think about it, you're like, how the hell back then, before there were ever cellular device and blah, 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 and this was written in the Bible, how the hell would everybody see him?
Yeah.
Now you can understand in an instant connection how people can know, see, feel when they...
You know, if we're truly being controlled by the devil, government, whatever...
It's evil, yeah.
Why would they give us phones?
Oh, because...
Why would they connect us? That's the biggest mistake they ever made. You know?
Yeah, but then again, like... Thank you for all our platforms you let us. If y'all hearing this on there, we appreciate the platforms.
Oh no, we appreciate the platforms. Well, I'm just saying, like,
but if they wanted to take this off, they could.
True.
If they wanted to,
easily taken as it was given.
It's not controlled.
Oh yeah. And some places are more controlled than others, but I've been
hell
hearing
yeah.
a lot of censorship.
Hell yeah.
Stuff coming up.
It's freaking... I go to Japan, bro, and I can't freaking even watch Hulu over there, and I pay for it every month.
Yeah.
Like, why the hell don't this... You can't. Not here.
You know that now, I think if you get... I can't remember how to break it down specifically, but Xbox and PlayStation, all these services online are getting these policies where if you get banned on this whatever, you automatically... It pulls you across. So, like, if I was on my Xbox and I got banned from a game for saying something wrong one time...
Yeah.
I could be banned on my PlayStation or my Switch.
What?
It goes across all platforms.
What?
Yeah, they hold your identity across your digital footprint like that. Like, it's getting more controlling.
So it's going to make it easier to give your ass a mark of the beast when they start giving it up.
The more control they take without us stepping up. Now,
Yeah.
honestly, there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on where people online stepped up and it got dropped.
Yeah.
If we keep that energy and momentum going, we stand up for ourselves, we can at least delay this, if not overturn what's going on.
Damn, boy.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Power to the people.
Power to the... What?
I had a question for you. Let me think of it.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to... This is something else that you probably have to talk about next episode. Maybe we'll pop a pin in it. But maybe as a little teaser...
I gotta lift a pin out of last episode right now.
Oh, okay, so we'll make a new pin as he's pulling this pin out.
No. Go ahead. Ask your question.
So, I like to think about the idea of how did the devil do anything that he did? God's super powerful. He made the devil. And he's like, oh, man, you done messed with my creation. Oh, man, you went up and made hell. Or maybe I guess he made hell for him, which anyway. But And if the devil's rolling around right now,
This is the thing you need to
God
understand.
could just pick him up and throw him into space.
Yeah,
He could
just
zap him
make
out of
him not
existence.
exist, yeah.
Exactly.
But you know why he don't do that?
Why?
Because he long for a relationship with him still.
That's some bull.
It's his creation. He
Yeah,
love him.
but he won't be able to change
He
it.
love him. Devil or not.
All
Evil or not. No matter who you are. If you come from
Is this a fair
his
example?
creation,
I want you to tell me this is a fair example.
he
or not.
loves him. But he just continued to rebel because of us. Devil don't like us. He's jealous of us.
Let's say this is like I'll buy crazy, but you have a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have a spouse.
Yeah.
We're not talking about real life spouse or whatever, but just in this hypothetical, your spouse is trying to kill your child, and the only way to stop them is by killing your spouse.
Well,
Would you do it?
I'm too big to allow that to happen. So I'm trying to. I can't process that.
I mean, you're too big.
I would stop her without killing her.
No, I'm saying there was no opportunity to do so without.
I don't see how it wouldn't be.
Okay, then at the very least, you would do everything in your power to keep them away from your kid forever. Right?
I want her to see why she should love him.
No,
so
if
much.
the understanding was she was going to forever hate them. And any time that they came in contact, she would try to murder.
Every time I come in contact, I would try to build the understanding of.
You know where
this
I'm
is
going
why.
with this, that's why, don't you?
No, I don't.
Okay. I'm saying, well, the devil messed with his prized creation. So why wouldn't you rid the devil?
See, but the devil not trying to kill.
Honestly, it
all
might
of
be a little
us.
bit easier if he just tosses him in a jail cell in heaven. It's like, hey, dude,
It's
until
wins
you
and
love me
losses.
again.
It's wins and losses. The devil know he.
I guess that's
he,
Stockholm
He
syndrome.
fighting Stockholm.
So that doesn't work out
Oh,
either.
that's hilarious.
That's not
Stockholm.
good.
But
All right, pull your pin because we're about to pull
all right,
the rest of this episode.
Anyway,
Sorry, I have so many questions I just want to ask you, and it just pops in my head. I don't want to lose it.
so my pen was the Mayan calendar. We could pull that out of there now.
Sorry for that. That
So
probably
no,
sucks.
I believe I showed you when we were just talking one time. I was like, hey, you ever went back to, is it 1598?
Oh yeah. It skips days or months or
It
both.
skips like 2 weeks. But somewhere along in time, we got thrown off or lied to. Like, I've seen people, or it possibly was a pastor, say, it should be 13 months in every year, with spring being the beginning of the year, because that's when life starts. The trees blossom, the bees come out, the bunnies have more bunnies, and whatever. And when you look at the Mayan calendar, people did a little research, and they said that the Mayan calendar actually is off. And because back in 2012, a lot of people remember, it was pretty huge. It was pretty.
Mayan calendar ends end of the world,
It ends, yeah. So because it was so prophetic.
but yet
or
we
whatnot.
hear.
Yeah. So what they believe is that it was like 12 years off. And so
2024,
yeah. So I
About a
don't
month and a
remember
half
my
away?
source.
less than a month and a half away.
Yeah. But they end at the end of 2024.
Oh,
Because it was December 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that because I remember it hit after New Year's, and I was like, I'm still alive. And they were
Yeah.
like, no, it's the end of the year. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'll
All
die
right, I
later.
guess. But yeah, Mr. Logical telling him that about the Mayan calendar. It's like, oh, the world's gonna end, yeah.
Bro, 12 years ago.
Yeah,
I was only
12 years
14.
ago. Damn, you was only 14.
2012 I was.
How was your faith when you were 14?
I think I gave up after like 10.
For real?
Yeah.
Did you give up on Santa
12
Claus too?
tops. Santa Claus is probably like 6, 7 maybe. It's because my mom was walking on this little side note. My mom was like doing stuff on the roof. Like I don't know how she did it, but she simulated like Santa Claus was walking on the roof, and I had to stay in the bedroom with my sister. And my sister was like, I was like, oh, I want to go out there. I want to see him. Like I was being courageous. I was like, I want to go and get him. I almost did. My sister was like, no, you can't go out there. You know, like, I don't know what she said, but, like, it's like, you know, he'll kill you. Like, not that, but I'm saying, like, something bad would happen if I did. I don't think she said that. But it's like, he won't leave the presents if you see him or something, you know, some bull.
He's going to call you naughty.
Because she already knew. My mom had already told her. She's 4 years older than me.
Yeah.
So she was 10, 12, somewhere in there.
Oh, so they were doing it for you, bro.
Yeah, she kept it up for me.
Trying to keep you...
Yeah. And then I didn't get some I asked for, so I was like, what the hell, Santa Claus?
Did you put out
wanted this remote controlled truck, and I didn't get it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
bro.
That's why I had to do a little side note there. Shout out to the sister of my mom.
I know the holidays, man. Christmas is coming up next month. But
Thanksgiving in 2 days.
Yeah. I've already watched like 2 or 3 Christmas movies this year. And I'm like, oh, already.
Yeah.
But, man, I remember being in the spirit. I know yours was different. You didn't specifically say what made you stop believing in Santa. But I can tell you mine.
I think I was just told one day. I asked too many questions. Is that funny? I think I broke my mom. She was like, all right, listen. He's not pressure. Real. Are you happy now? And I was like, well, there's my answer, you know. I don't think Santa Claus is that important for kids, to be fair.
Yeah.
Up until at least 6 to 8 years old, that zone. After about 8 years old, I'm like, you can stop lying, you know. Like, it's enough to just give them the magicalness of a child, but like.
Yeah, I think I was.
It's very rough on families too. If they can't afford stuff, and you got your little son, your little daughter, and you're like, I didn't get Papa. Why didn't Santa get me that? Like, that would break my heart. I couldn't afford it for my kid. You know, like, that happens to people all over the world. Like, that sucks. That's why Santa Claus is kind of worse than he is good.
Man.
Yeah. Sorry, I brought a down vibe. I'm sorry.
You messing the vibe up.
I'm sorry.
But, yeah, so for me, I mean, I had a pretty big family. We were pretty tight, close-knit.
True.
And I always just was like, oh, Santa, 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 blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, I kind of, in the back of my head, always knew, like, man, my daddy would beat somebody up. He'd come in here.
That's a way to look at it.
Who is you in here eating the milk and cookies?
The one time a year your dad stands down.
Right? All right, you good. Yeah, put it here. Nah,
do your thing, get out.
Nah. But I just remember, this is the specific thing I remember, is that I guess after my parents split when I was growing up.
Yeah. I
was pretty old. So I was like 12.
I was 1. So I had it a little easier than you.
Stop. Keep bringing them down.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, so.
This is kind of new information for me.
Yeah, so
we've been talking this back in time.
Yeah. We, my parents split or whatever, and it was around Christmas time. And I was, of course, feeling a little down or whatnot. Obviously, around like 9 years old, I stopped believing in Santa or whatever.
2 Christmases, bro.
Yeah. But then one day, my mom was like, Shaquille, come here. I was like, what? What? She was like, you got some mail or something over here. I was like, what mail?
Letter from Santa.
I'm 12. What the heck? I got mail for it. I got bills.
College acceptance letter.
I got bills. What the hell I do? So I opened it up, and it's like, dear Shaquille. That's my Santa voice.
Dear Shaquille.
Dear Shaquille. I know it hasn't been the best year for you, but you've been a good boy.
Oh, thoughtful.
Yeah, so I just was like, oh, what the heck? No, hell.
Santa kind of treats you like a dog. Good boy, good girl.
Good boy. Right on this list, what you want, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, nah, I ain't doing that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, dang, Santa, like, what? How the hell am I getting mail? Where I get mail?
Yeah.
And I didn't know where I live. Type.
I mean, you gonna roll up in your house, you better know where you live.
Yeah, like, how you know? I just flushed it off. And then one day I was riding with my mom somewhere, and I'm like, okay. And I looked over here, and it said, the North Pole. And I was like, she went to the damn North Pole.
Oh, my gosh.
And made them write me a dang letter.
That's
Thank you, mother.
That's right.
But yeah.
Shout out to the parents.
Shout out to the Peasies. But yeah, man. Other than that,
I think we'll call it then. I think that's about the moment.
It's about
that time. We're about 2 hours, if not a little
2
longer.
hours? You hear?
Get a little extra
Fourth
juice.
episode, 2 hours, and it's easy peasy.
If we go over if we ever go over 4, we'll do parts. That's a fact.
Oh, and we got some parts coming, boy. Oh, damn.
You guys are gonna love the guy we've been hyping up. You're also gonna love
I'm
our
gonna just
first
say
guest.
his name.
Huh?
I'm gonna just say his name. Should I say it?
What? No, we have the nickname for him.
Not his real name.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I'm not even gonna say it. Y'all figure that out some other time. Until then, we got a guest coming. Episode 6. Episode 5, we want y'all here.
Real
Next
homie.
Next week, we need you right back here. And we got something we want to talk about that's going to really make you question life itself.
Yeah.
Okay?
At least 10 to 20% of the reason we made the podcast is because of what we're going to talk about in episode 5.
25, yeah.
So
25%.
25%, that's good. That's a good amount.
No, it's about facts.
That's about facts.
And
so we're excited to bring you into that. It's a lot of crazy, interesting stuff. And at first I was like, this is kind of interesting. And by the end of it, I was like, oh, that's why Shaq wanted me to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of mind-blowing. So we hope you'll feel the same.
Yeah.
So otherwise, we're going to sign out.
All righty, man. This is the
Morr-isMoore
podcast. This is the
Morr-isMoore
podcast with Energy Sword. We appreciate y'all coming. Go home.
Bye, guys.